I see online, and I'm going to throw somebody under the bus. I actually happen to have my phone right here, so we're going to throw somebody under the bus. I want to read it accurately.
Okay.
I never have my phone in the podcast room, so I need to.
I'm so excited.
You got to give me a second to pull
I'm juiced up for this right now.
But the point is, we see a lot of misinformation out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to go through an audit this year, an IRS audit on a property that we took bonus depreciation on with the short-term rental loophole and with materially participating, and it saved me massively in taxes.
Right.
And it was amazing. We'll dive into that stuff that you have written down with appreciation, depreciation, cost seg, all those different things, which are great. But there's a lot of people out there talking about this that either one are intentionally misleading, which hopefully that's not the case, or which is most likely the case, they're misinformed. And they repeat what they've heard, and they repeat what they think they know. And the problem with the short-term rental coaching space, and let's just stay in our lane, but this happens everywhere, that you have a lot of people that are, ex-doctors, ex-engineers, ex-whatever, fill in the blank, and that are not full-time real estate investors for a very long period of time. And now all of a sudden, they're experts and they're teaching it. And so I don't think they're intentionally misleading, but what happens, especially with ChatGPT and Grok and Claude and all these AI tools, you're just getting a lot of regurgitated information. And when enough information is out there, everybody starts saying the same thing, and nothing. And you've got a lot of people who are very intelligent in their own right. They're not, they're very successful. A lot of them that are teaching this stuff, they just haven't been in this lane for very long. And so you have to be very careful. And this is what I think the situation is with this guy.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull it up, and we should tag him, and he should have a chance to respond if I'm off base at all, but I'm reading it right from his Instagram account.
Okay.
So this is Mr. Justin S. Thompson. He's his bio says he's an ex-engineer, turned short-term rental investor. And now he teaches people to do this. Now, great. All that's really, really good. But there is something that happens when you don't have, what's the tipping point of 10,000 hours, and you don't have 10,000 hours of something where you're working full time for 40 hours a week for how many years is 10,000 hours? It's a lot of years, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing this full time. So what happens is you have these people that had success with a couple properties, and then they start talking about something that maybe they know, maybe they don't know. And what I feel like happens is they're not intentionally misleading, but things and details matter when you're talking about IRS strategies.
Right.
I promise you the details matter. There's a reason why 90% of audits come back with problems, right? Only 11% of audits come back with zero changes. I happen to have one of those 11%.
Come on now.
To say we know what we're talking about, the T's to cross and the I's to dot. Now, I say that with not to impress or anything, but to impress upon people there's a lot of information out there. And when you are in a hurry, and we're in December now, and it's the 11th hour, and you've got a big tax bill, and you're like, I just need a property. I just want a turnkey property. You know how often we get called about that. You know how often people will open up their books and say, hey, go deliver this for me, Sean.
Yeah.
How often do we take those calls?
Man, I got some already this week. It's Monday.
And what do we say to him every time?
Dude.
Do I say, let's do it? No.
I say point them to this podcast and share this podcast with all your friends and family. That's what I tell them to do.
We tell them, no, listen, this is a game you want to walk into with your eyes wide open. This is a long-term commitment. And so this ad, let me go back to my phone, because it just took screenshots of this to show you guys last week, right? And so, and this is there's a version of this that everybody posts. If you make $200,000 per year from a job, you lose roughly $70,000 in taxes. Instead, you can buy an Airbnb to legally pay $0 in tax. Here's how it worked for one of my clients. Again, one of my clients, he's not even doing it, or he hasn't even done it. I would never teach anything that I don't do. Just my philosophy. I only am going to teach something and talk about something I've done not once, but many times, because I need to make the mistakes. But here's the problem. It's a long post, but this one says, one of my clients was, I'm just going to read it word for word, and then I'll tell you, this is the issue with it. One of my clients was in the exact spot, engineer, $200,000 W-2 income, losing $70,000 every single year. He was tired of it, so we bought an Airbnb, used cost segregation to accelerate depreciation on the property, combined that with short-term rental tax advantages to offset his entire W-2 income. Result, $0 tax bill on that $200,000 in income, completely legal. He kept the $70,000 he would have lost. The property cash flowed $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month. It's building equity, and it saves him $70,000 in taxes every single year going forward. One property changed his entire financial picture. I read that direct from a post. Here's the problem. You don't save $70,000 a year every single year. Again, he specifically says, and it saves him $70,000 in taxes every single year going forward. Justin, go edit the post so people aren't misled. I don't think you're probably trying to mislead people, but details matter.
Yeah.
The truth is good enough.